talking everything really big. See, look at the size of these. You can actually, I had another picture I saw where they put a dog on it and it didn't sink. So it's actually like that sturdy and solid. Acai. You ever heard of acai? Anyone ever heard of that? Raise your hand if you have. Yep. Tell me what it is.
It's it's a very good berry for you to eat, and it's just berry.
By the way, have you tasted it?
Mhm.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
But if you notice, it gets your mouth all nice and purplish and all that, right? So it's kind of tough to get out. But if you look at it, I never tried it until I saw all these bodybuilders actually consuming it. It was like an ice cream. What?
My mom is a figure competitor, and she says that that was a scam.
Oh,
They had.
well, they're talking. You're
It's all in moderation.
You're talking about also in terms of weight reduction and these things, but this was another thing in terms of increase. But it's actually you see the it's an incredibly tasting drink. Try it sometime. You can find it in the stores, the concentrate, and but it comes from the fruit right out of that Amazon rainforest again. So with those in mind, you got the basics behind it, but I want you to think for a second. Think really good and all. What is? Let me see some of the other items there. Let me see. Actually, a little bow dart for what the Indians use as well to get their animals from, say, monkeys off the trees. You know, it's survival of the fittest. If you understand that. I'm going to put down a few wows up there, or things that at least stick in your mind, and I want you to think about one. What is the longest river in the world? Raise your hands. I want to see someone else. Let's spread this wealth here. Yes.
Is it the Nile?
Very good. What is the largest river in the world? Yes.
Mississippi?
No. Hint. Yes.
The Amazon?
Yes, very good. It's the Amazon. And so, again, it is the largest river in the world. Over 4,000 miles long. But what I mean by that is the sheer volume of fresh water that pours through it. What other things can we see about it? There's 2/3 of the of animal species are located here, of the whole world, in 2% of the whole land, whole world mass. Now that's, if you think about it, that means, is that pretty concentrated or is that pretty spread out? Huh? No, that's pretty concentrated, right? And all in this. I'm trying to make a point is that the Amazon, you know, where you're slapping that because when I went there, had a hard time sleeping. You know, they have these mosquito nettings and all. But does anyone here like mosquitoes? God, no. Does anyone like to swim with an anaconda or piranha? No, but maybe it might be interesting for a field trip, huh? What do you think? Huh? It'd be fascinating just the same on it. But it's not for everybody, but I want you to see the value. And it does have a value in it. So another point is half of all medical compounds are located there. What do you think that means when I say that, of all medical compounds? Yes, sir.
Ingredients used to make medicine.
Exactly. And is that important?
Yes.
It's huge. In fact, some people say that maybe there could be the cure for cancer located in there. Is there a cure for cancer right now?
No.
No. Do a lot of people die from it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really could change life, right, for the better if it finally comes out through research. That's why that has to be consistently pursued. And it is the world's lungs. I want you to tell me what that means when I say it is the world's lungs. You're always involved. I love that, but I like to see it from someone else. Yes.
Don't trees produce oxygen, so it could be saying that most of the world's oxygen?
Yes. And what is that process called to get that changing from carbon dioxide to pure oxygen, which is of course what we need as human beings. Surprise, yes.
Photosynthesis?
Photosynthesis, very good. And I'll put that word on, and I'm sure all of you know how to spell that well, right?
Can I spell it?
Anyone else want to try to help me spell it? Go ahead.
PHOTOSYNTHESIS.
Is that what you said? Okay, good. And that is correct. So those are all good reasons to keep the Amazon flourishing and do well in it, right? What do you think it is? Instead of saying, just get rid of it all. But the point is, there is problems that occur, and I'll put a little sad face on that end of it. These are all positives, and that's why we need to. I want you to open your eyes, ears, and heart to saving the Amazon. And it's something that all of us as global citizens can make a difference on. Do you know that it is being destroyed daily? How many of you, raise your hands, know that? You know this. That's good. That's a start in the right direction. We're talking about every day, I won't even say every day, every minute. The size of a football field is destroyed. Is that a lot?
Yeah.
Okay, and every month, size of New York City. Is that getting bigger?
Yeah.
And every year, size of, what do you think?
The world.
Texas.
Good try, but size of Florida. Now, can you put two and two together and see why this is important that we make a stand and try to stop this? Who do you think is destroying the forests anyway? Is it those anacondas or those piranhas that are destroying it?
No.
No, the macaws? No, what?
People.
People, yeah, human beings. We're supposed to be the enlightened ones and all, but it doesn't always happen that way, right? People are sometimes self-serving. What type of people? You're typing away furiously. What do you think? What kind of people would be destroying that? You're saying bad people. No, but what kind? Yeah.
Manufacturers.
Okay, business people. How about say this? Farmers, loggers. You know what I mean by loggers?
Mm-hmm.
So these people that are kind of thinking about the moment, getting the cash in, get the money for right now, and it really makes a big dent in it. And as a result of it, we need to make a stand on it, because if this isn't, you can imagine these effects. We will never come up with cures for cancer. We will never be able to appreciate all those beautiful animals that we're talking about that are fighting to survive on their own, as it is, and this great amount of oxygen that is important, right? When you think you want to have it, it's bad enough as it is with all the pollution in this world. So I'm trying to make a final point, is that if we do these points, and all of us, even you guys, make a stand, you can make a difference. How could you make a difference yourself? Yes, sir. Since you got introduced to me as well, what would you say would be a way to make a stand on this? I mean, it does it seem now somewhat important?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you actually know some things more about Brazil and the Amazon rainforest. What do you think you can do?
You could go and tell your friends about it, and they could tell their parents and make a
Spread the word.
petition against it or something.
Even from just email campaigning, so to speak, right? That can make a difference, can it? That's how you get going. What we're talking about being environmentally conscious. What's going on today, right now, that is of great concern, that's right next door, practically? Yes, sir.
The oil spill.
Yeah, and of course oil drilling, right? So there's all, and these, could that affect your life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see, that's right directly with it, but this as well affects for the whole world. In my experiences in Brazil, I found that it's a fascinating country that is mostly, the population is on the beaches, but the center, which some people ignore considering it's just all nature and rugged wilderness, don't put as much attention on it. But it's fascinating and beautiful if you can see and believe me on this. I wanted to, I don't know if I have one more minute. I could. I was originally going to have, and I will have at a later time if the lessons continue, an evaluation with you on this. And Brazil's famous for many things, but it's also famous for its Brazilian chocolates. And I don't know if you've ever heard of these garotas. Have you ever heard of this? Garotas. But I want to test you out on your knowledge on some things, and let's see if you can now see. Some of you were a little bit reserved and weren't so participatory on it. Let's see if you can come out a little bit more out of your shell. Always it helps, huh? And by the way, sure, you can reflect on your notes or on the board, but I always, like always, too, the victor goes the spoils as in the quickest. Okay, let's try one. Give me one wow fact of what makes the Amazon so special. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
It's like the world's longest.
What? It's the world's what?
World's longest.
Well, longest, or is it
Lungs.
largest?
Yeah.
Okay. It was a good enough effort. What can you tell me another one to compensate for that on top of that? Yes, ma'am.
The world's longest.
Well, no, she was just talking about the largest river in the world. Another fact to note. Yes.
How there could be a cure for cancer because it's got most of the medical things needed.
Compounds. That's correct. Boy, it's surprising what a little bit of chocolate will do, huh? Let's moving on. Tell me one animal of note and tell me what it is. Yes, ma'am.
The Piraris Zoo, and it's the biggest fish.
Okay, the largest fish in the Amazon jungles. Okay, tell me on another note is the two rivers, they call it the meeting of the waters. What are those two rivers that show that clash of sediment and the color changes? Yes, sir. The Negro River and the what? There you go. Let me see. Let's try a couple more and then we'll move it. What is Mr. Koopman's favorite drink that comes from that delectable fruit? I'm going to try it. I didn't call on you, did I?
No.
You didn't? Okay, yes.
The acai berries.
What? How's that pronounced? Oh, okay. I'm not going to grade you on pronunciation, but it's pronounced acai. Okay. Tell me, how do you say? And I'm going to grade you on this one. Is how do you say good morning in Portuguese? And I said it to you. And it's similar. Remember with the Spanish buenos dias, but I want to hear it in Portuguese. Português. Fala comigo. Speak with me. Someone. Yes, sir.
Bonji.
Very good. Finally came out of your shell. Let's try a couple more and then we'll stop off. What is the I classified it as the one of the most beautiful cities where it has the Cristo statue. Yes, sir. Very good. Okay, and they pronounce it Rio de Janeiro on the other. Let's see, one last one, and we'll go on it. What is? I mentioned that I'm a vegetarian, and so I relate with this animal, an animal that you can relate with close by. I didn't call on you, right? I did not. Okay, yes.
Manatees.
Manatees is correct. Okay, and I think that's pretty much going to conclude. This was actually my class before in social studies that I still miss very much, but in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So, But I thank you for your time, and make sure you see the World Cup in Brazil, and of course, United States as well, right? Thank you very much.